Our next guest is the chief engineer for the new IrishSat club, Notre Dame student Owen Kransz. Owen, welcome to Notre Dame Day.
Hi, Vahid. Thanks for having me.
All right, so talk about the organization. What do you do, and what kind of students are members?
Sure. So we are ND IrishSat. I founded the club with my friend Will Karpik. We're both aerospace engineers, and we saw a need on campus for students to get involved in space and satellite development. And we also saw the opportunity to get Notre Dame research at the forefront of space technology and get some Notre Dame research into space. So the club is all focused around developing satellites. Our main goal is to hopefully have everything, the design, the building, and the operation of satellites completely in-house at Notre Dame. And so that's what we're working towards right now. In terms of what type of people are involved, it's really cool because we've grown at a really fast rate, and we have students from all over the university involved. We have a lot of engineering majors, electrical engineers, aerospace engineers, mechanical engineers. We got comp-sci students. What's cool, though, is that we also have students from the physics department helping out with the research side of things. And we also have teams from the finance department and marketing to help kind of make this its own like little business to help promote our club and get our name out there. But we also have help from corporations, and we have help from graduates, helping us guide us through this journey to hopefully put satellites into space.
Well, that sounds incredible. And you're involved with NASA's CubeSat launch initiative. That also sounds fascinating. Tell us what's involved there.
Yeah, so NASA's CubeSat Launch Initiative, or CSLI, is a really fascinating program. It's basically a rideshare program. They find launch vehicles, or rockets essentially, that are sending up satellites that have extra payload space. And you can apply to get your CubeSat added to one of these rockets. They'll find a rocket that has extra space and manifest you on it. And then rocket launches, and you are kind of ejected into orbit, and then now all of a sudden you have your CubeSat into orbit. It's a very awesome opportunity because it allows basically anybody, especially universities, to get involved with this. And so we are going to start our application for the NASA CSLI starting next year. What it's going to take is basically we apply with an idea. We say that we have a fully funded satellite, which is what we're working towards now because satellites are pretty expensive. We hopefully get approved, and then you're manifested, and on a 2-year timeline, hopefully we'll have a Notre Dame satellite in space.
Incredible. I understand you just recently had the launch of your high-altitude balloon subscale mission. Can you talk a little bit about that venture?
Sure. So this being our first year, we were really looking for ways to practice, developing, building, and launching satellites and operating them. And so we deemed it the best chance, the most frugal chance to build a high-altitude balloon, which is just a weather balloon filled with helium. It'll go up to around 35 kilometers. It bursts, and what's cool about it, this was our subscale launch, so we launched this Tuesday. But it's all building up to our full-scale launch, which is really interesting. It's going to be double the size and double the payload, and it's going to be carrying student research and NASA-funded research. So we have a NASA-funded IR sensor array that's going to be measuring flux from the sun as a function of altitude. We also have student projects that are going to be, we have a muon detector that's going to be counting subatomic particles as a function of altitude, with some like deployable solar panels, communications, live telemetry to the ground, and sending images to the ground. It's really a cool project, and we're going to be launching that early May. And so that's what all this is building up for, and that's hopefully going to get us prepared to do even more complex challenges in the future, meaning satellites, when we have the funds to do so.
And another big reason to give to Notre Dame Day 2021. Owen, thanks so much.
How fantastic. From one fascinating human being to another. Makes me question what I'm doing with my life.